Have you ever wondered why sunflowers, seashells, and even lightning bolts follow certain patterns? These patterns are not random. They follow mathematical principles that can be found everywhere in nature. Today, our group will introduce you the examples of patterns in nature when it comes to mathematics and its examples.
A pattern is a repeated design, sequence, or structure. It can appear in nature, in music, in design, and even in our daily life. But let's break it down further. Behavioral patterns are repeated actions such as shaking your phone first thing in the morning. Numerical patterns help us predict sequences in math, like 2, 4, 6, 8, leading to 10 by adding 2. Pattern comes in many forms. Here's a few of them. Visual patterns are repeating designs or shapes like honeycomb structure, spirals in sunflower, or checkerboard floors.
So now that Ellie has explained to you kung ano nga ba talaga ang mga patterns natin, I'll be describing to you at least 3 patterns ngayon. So bilateral, shapes, and parallels. So for the bilateral, these are a kind of symmetry wherein if you cut it into half, they will become mirror images of each other. So 2 examples of that would be a butterfly. So this one, let's say this is a butterfly. If you cut it into half, it will become or is bilateral. Another example is our bodies, human bodies. Kung nahati po siya, magiging bilateral po siya. And then in the case na gawa ng tao, notebooks. Why? Because as soon as you open up the middle, it will become mirrored. So that is for our bilateral. The next step is for our geometry. So kung naalala mo po yung mga cubes, pyramids, spheres, cylinders, that is shapes. So, a good example would be our balls. Basketballs, volleyballs, soccer balls, ang daming klase mga bola. So, another example would be our cylinders. So, empty on the inside. So, you will be able to pour kung ano man gusto nyo nilagay na gamit or bagay dito. Now, that is for our geometry, and for the last one, or the last pattern, parallels. So a good example of this would be my air conditioner. So here you can see that there are lines that do not intersect with each other. So mind you that parallels are lines that do not intersect at any point of each other. So hindi po siya perpendicular, hindi po siya parang tangent where it intersects at one point. No. It is entirely separate. Another example would be our walls of our rooms. So this wall does not intersect with the wall over there. So those are the 3 types of patterns that I can describe to you.
Okay, so now, dumako naman tayo sa examples when it comes to mathematics in the nature. So, examples in radial symmetry, fractals, and spirals. So, in radial, so this pattern radiates outward from a central point, like the petals of a flower, katulad sinabi ko ng sunflower kanina nung intro, or the spokes of a wheel sa gulong ng mga kotse, mga bisikleta, or ng mga motor. So, when it comes to fractals, these are self-repeating patterns that appear at different scales. A great example of this is a fern leaf. So, bakit? Because each small leaflet look like the entire leaf itself. Yeah. So now, spirals. So a spiral is a curve that expands outward while maintaining its shape. You can basically see these in seashells, katulad sinabi ko again sa introduction. Galaxies, yung mga nakikita natin sa internet, yung mga pinapadala ng NASA, and even a hurricane.
Spiral pattern is a curve that continuously moves. A fractal pattern is a shape that repeats itself in a smaller version, no matter how zoom in or out you go. A spiral pattern is a curve that continuously moves outward or inward from a central point, gradually getting a larger of smaller, like a spiral staircase or a snail shell.
So now that we have explained to you kung ano nga ba talaga ang pattern and what are the different kinds of patterns as well as the different examples of each specific pattern, we hope that you were able to recognize or notice these patterns in real life as well as in nature. So with that said, maraming salamat. Thank you.